We welcome you to Mount St. Joseph, the location for the Moeller versus Lakota East second round of the OHSAA playoffs. I'm Max Earl, with me is Beck Lucas, and for once in the playoffs, we are able to bring you a video stream, albeit in our little square here in the corner. We apologize if the quality isn't the greatest. We are bare bones set up today, but it should still be great football here at Schuler Field at Mount St. Joseph. It's round 2 of the playoffs. Moeller's the number 1 seed. East comes in as the number 8 seed. And Beck, this is going to be an interesting game.
I think it is going to be a fun game. East fired up, trying to move on. It's going to be a tough task, though, going against these Moeller Crusaders. 11-1 on the season. Incredible through the GCL, the Greater Catholic League. And you know it. Moeller's the team to beat. East got to be on top of their game for all 4 quarters.
It's kickoff time here. Looks like both teams are ready. Moeller kicks it off to start this game. Back deep to field it is Braxton Thurman. And it'll be a touchback. East will start their game at the 25-yard line, led out by none other than JT Kitna.
He's got to come out hot. He's got to hit on his throws early. Make sure he knows what he's doing, because can't have a game like that against West Claremont, missing on a lot of those deep balls. Got to stay locked in. Early points. Got to get those early points.
So 1st and 10, East will start at their 20-yard line. Coming out in a spread set, Kitna's by himself. They planned out the opening game script for this one, and they'll start out in the air. Kitna starts firing, and a dangerous pass intended for Jaden Shea will fall incomplete. Almost an interception there by Griff Daly.
Dangerous throw. And you saw that against Lakota West, another top team that they played on the first drive, just throwing dangerous passes. JT Kitna starts this one 0 for 1.
A little bit of a hurry up here. East trying to start out hot. Definitely can't play from behind against this Moeller team, who is sure to put up points in this one. It's 2nd and 10. Kitna's in the shotgun. It's a handoff to Ryder Hooks, trying to find some room, and he's swallowed up at the line. Brought down there by number 94, Lucas Sturenberg. And Moeller, 2 plays in a row, holds East to 0 yards.
Well, Ryder Hooks has got to get going in this one. He was able to do a good job against Lakota West, had 91 yards on the ground in that one and the touchdown. But this Moeller defense, very tough to go against, especially in that run. They've been great all year.
It's 3rd down and 10 after the 2 plays went nowhere. East definitely does not want to start 3 and out in this game. Kitna with Hooks in the backfield, motions Hooks to the line. Takes the snap, he'll step back, pressure coming, rolls out right, fires one up, and it's out of harm's way, but it's going to be out of bounds, and East is faced with a 4th and 10 early on.
Well, that's what you're going to face against this Moeller defense. You knew it was going to be a tough one. Immediate pressure on JT Kitna, and that's where they stand out, that D-line. Tall, strong linemen immediately get into the backfield, force JT Kitna to have to throw that one away.
As they come out to punt, we'll look at the team comparison here. Moeller comes in here, obviously the projected winners. They have pretty much stomped all their opponents outside of one out-of-state game. East hoping to pin them back here as Matt Ponatoski wants to get some damage done. Punt is fielded at about midfield, and he's got some room down the left side. He's pushed out at about the 44. That's where Luka Ponatowski and this electric Moeller offense will start out.
Matt Ponatowski, and he has had an incredible year. 2,778 yards, I apologize. 39 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions. His 2 interceptions came in just one game against the number 1 team in North Carolina, and he's only a junior. And people say he's better at baseball than he is at football. He's got to be on top of their game to try and stop him.
Yeah, Matt Ponatoski, one of the best quarterbacks in the country, probably the best in the state. They start out in the pistol. Moeller looking to score on their first drive out. They'll start 1st and 10 from the 44. Starting with a handoff here to Tyler Jocelyn, who finds room to the right side and gets a gain of about 7, but the ball looked like it came out at the end of that play. Refs will mark it down. Moeller picks up 7 on their first run play of the day.
Well, that's Tyler Jocelyn, and you're going to see for Moeller a lot of different running backs getting carries. They spread it out to about 4 different guys, but their main back is Tyler Jocelyn. They nickname him Sunshine. He's the guy that they go to down in the red zone, try to get those touchdowns.
Gain of 6 on the first run play, back in that pistol formation. Jovan Love and Roman Mason at the bottom of your screen. Motioning Love across the field. Ponatoski in a triple option formation. It's going to be another handoff to Jocelyn to the right side. And he fights forward after being met initially all the way up to the 29-yard line, and Moeller moves the sticks.
And another big run. I mean, they're not even – Matt Ponatoski doesn't even have to throw the ball. East got to stop this run game. Just not doing it right there.
Moeller kind of hurrying up here, wanting to keep this East defense on their heels. This pass game is electric, but so far they've liked the run. We'll see if they air it out here on 1st and 10 from the 30. Ponatoski motions Jocelyn next to him. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. It's going to be a screen out here to Kayo, who makes the first man miss. He's got a lot of room, and he's finally pushed out at the 13-yard line. Moeller's moving the ball efficiently right now, and they're all the way inside the 15.
What a great block on that screen pass. Xylon Jones-Anderson just couldn't get around him to try and tackle him. That is a huge gain.
It's 1st and 10 from the red zone now. Moeller looking to score first here. East has got to find an answer for this Moeller offense, or they will be playing from behind in most of this game. Moeller back out in that shotgun. Motioning McCutcheon across the field. It's a handoff to Jocelyn once again, and he's got a lead block all the way down to the 6-yard line. Moeller's knocking on the door of the end zone. It's 2nd down and 4 from the 7.
That was a really tough run from Tyler Jocelyn. Matt Ponatoski has only thrown one pass, and they're moving the ball. This is what Moeller wanted to do. They want to just move the ball comfortably, not have to put it in the air, especially on a cold night like tonight. The hands of the receivers might not be there. It's a really good job from them getting that run game started.
2nd and 4. Across the field goes Landon Adams. He'll get the end-around handoff. Trying to chase him down is Derek Williams. Gets him near the pylon. See what the refs mark him. I believe he's going to be short right at the goal line, but it is enough for 1st and goal for Moeller.
Really good tackle from Derek Williams, keeping him out of the end zone. Would not be surprised to see Tyler Johnson just go right up the middle here. East got to be ready for that.
Moeller hurrying up to the line here on 1st and goal. They've got about a yard to go. It's going to be a toss to Jocelyn to the right side, and he is stuffed. No, he manages to somehow extend out of the pile, and Moeller scores the first points of the game. It's 6-0. What a run by Tyler Jocelyn on the right side to power through.
I thought they had him stopped, but great job from him reaching to get that touchdown, and it's playoff time. These players want to win. They want to advance. Moeller wanting it more right now.
Moeller obviously the favorite in this one, the number 1 seed in Ohio. Showing it right there. What a first drive, and they're staying out there wanting to go for 2. See what Ponatoski and his team draw up here on the 2-point conversion. Steps back, fires it out to the left, and in almost untouched goes Jovan Love, but there is a flag down. We'll see what the refs call here. They'll pick up the flag, so no flag. The 2-point try is good. Moeller up 8-0 early, and East is going to be forced to respond.
I mean, that is a quick start for Moeller. You get the stop, you go right down the field on mostly run plays. Great job from them. All the momentum's on their side now. East got to answer back.
It's 8-0 now. East did not want to play from behind in this game, and that looks like what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to attack this Moeller secondary, which might not be the strongest in the country, but it is still a very impressive defense they've got back there. It's going to be hard to move the ball against a team like the Moeller Crusaders.
I mean, it really is. It's just JT Kidna's got to be on top of his game all 4 quarters. Ryder Hooks has got to find the holes, run through them. Make it hard on this Moeller defense. Tire them out if you can. Put some points up on the board. Give your defense hope to go out there, get a stop, keep you in this game.
Obviously, last week, the star for East was Ryder Hooks on those 26 attempts for 282 yards and 4 touchdowns. They'd love to get him going in this game. His first run went for no gain, and that 3-and-out really shut down what East had cooking on offense on their first drive. They'll look to improve on it here as Moeller comes out to kick it away.
And what's unfortunate for East is this kicker probably going to boot it out of the back of the end zone on almost every kick. Those returners for East are so electric and dangerous, and they get into open space. But I doubt we're going to see a lot of returns just because this kicker is going to put it to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and Jack Malabar, their kicker, is 51 for 51 on extra points and 3 for 3 on field goals. He is definitely reliable, but this one's going to be fielded at about the 10 by Thurman. Thurman's a dangerous returner, and he's past the 20. He's got some room, and he's all the way out past the 30. A strong return by East sets them up with pretty good field position at the 30-yard line.
And that's the perks of having those great returners. Almost every time you get good field position. Going to get good field position here, starting about the 35, 30-yard line. East, got to move the ball. Cannot go 3 and out again.
East coming out here. Kitna looking to start his second drive off better than his first. That first pass he threw was almost an interception. Let's see if they lean heavier on the ground game here. Under center for the first time tonight is Kitna. He motions Zion Neal across the field. It's going to be a handoff to Ryder Hooks, who is met in the backfield, still fighting, barely back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 11. No holes have opened up in the run game so far.
No, but Ryder Hooks fighting on that one. I mean, he got hit as soon as he touched the football. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. That run game has got to be better.
Yeah, and this Moeller D line, Christian Harris, Sam Bosco, Thomas Girk, and Lucas Saurenberg are some of the strongest in the nation. They are a great D-line and really what headlines the Moeller defense. 2nd and 11, going to be a fake handoff. Pressure coming immediately, finds Zion Neal, who's met. What a tackle there by Chris Bradley. Ends that one in its tracks. It'll be 3rd down and 9, and East is backed up once again.
I mean, JT Kitna had to float that one over the blitzing linebacker, and that just, the ball didn't get there quick enough for Zion Neal to turn and make a play.
It's 3rd down and 9. East does not want to go 3 and out. 2 drives in a row. In the shotgun, Neal in motion. Kitna fakes the handoff. Pressure coming. He's rolling out to his left. This is where he's dangerous. Can he get the corner? Fires it, and Jaden Shea can't haul it in. A wobbly pass just off the money. Brings up 4th down and 9 from the 31, and the East punt team is back out there once again.
And this O-line has been almost decimated by this Moeller D-line. Just every time Kitna drops back, immediate pressure. Does a great job there scrambling out like he's done all year, but just too far up the sideline. Jaden Shea tried to keep his feet in. Like you said, ball was wobbly. Hard catch to make in this cold weather.
And that's something that East has to be careful of. This East defense has played some okay defenses, but no one like this GCL D-line from Moeller. They've got to adjust and get something going on offense. But that'll start with the defensive stop here after this punt if they want to give themselves a chance here. Fitzstevens boots this one high. It's going to land out of bounds. They'll probably mark it, at the 45-yard line. So that's where Ponatoski will start this drive. Moeller had no issues scoring on their last drive, and East defense has got to adjust and shut some of that down.
Yeah, Matt Ponatoski, we talk about him a lot. He didn't even have to throw the ball, only threw the ball one time. Tyler Jocelyn just moving the ball through the ground. East got to be ready for those runs, cannot get pushed back by this Moeller O-line.
This East team was pretty confident they'd have a chance against Moeller in this one. Talk all week that they are the ones that can beat them. But they've got to prove it here. Can't let them score 2 drives in succession. Ponatoski in the pistol. It's going to be a handoff here to Ware. Ware finds some room down the left side, and he's finally pushed out at the 30. Explosive run there by Dante Ware. And East once again backed up as Moeller gets a new set of downs.
Well, this O-line is just pushing East D-line back on every run play. They got to get some penetration. Guys have to get off blocks. Got to tackle him before they get 10 yards. I mean, he got hit after he ran about 7 yards.
It's 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ponatoski pitches it out to Ware once again. That time, Parker Elam's there to stop him after a gain of only 2, and maybe that's some momentum that East needed.
Well, great job from Parker Elam. Like I was just saying, gets off that block quick, hits him.
Dawson Reap
oh,
on that
Dawson
tackle.
Reap, wow. Great job nonetheless. Right there, stopping that run. Force him in these 3rd down situations.
Ponatoski doesn't like what he sees, looking to the sideline for an audible. East looks like they are bringing the heat on this play. It's 2nd down and 8 from the 30. Motioning Fogler out to the right. Ponatoski steps back, pressure coming, fires it into the flat, and wide open there was Fogler. He's close to the first down marker, and they'll give it to him. First down now from the 24, and they're knocking on the door of the red zone once again.
I mean, he was just wide open on that curl route. Defense got to try and stay back against Matt Ponatoski, who can really air it out downfield. That time, didn't really cover the curl route, got an easy first down.
And the thing East got to be careful of here, Moeller being able to bring in so many good players means they've got depth. Pretty much every receiver on that team has pretty even stats. As on the end around, he's tripped up there by Connor Cruz. That one looked like it could have gone for a lot more there. The run by Kayo, though, is stopped after a gain of about 5. Moeller's still driving.
What a tackle from Connor Cruz. I mean, he could have been gone there if he didn't run up, dive at his feet. It's a great job. This East team has done a really good job all year of securing tackles, not doing arm tackles, getting them low, getting them down. That's what you got to do against Moeller.
Second down and 5 after the end-around play went for 5 on the last attempt. Ponatoski takes the snap, tosses it out to Ware again. They've liked this left side. He's pushing forward. A little extracurricular activity after that play. It's going to be 3rd and inches. East has a chance to make a big stop, but you got to think Moeller got to guarantee 3 points on this drive no matter what.
Well, this run game is beating East right now. So if they were able to get the stop on 3rd and inches, that would be huge. But the way they've been running the ball, it's going to be tough. The fans really wanted a flag there for holding. Didn't think I saw it, but
jumbo package from Moeller on 3rd and inches. Ponatoski will audible. A lot of motion there. We'll see what the refs call it. A bunch of guys moved there before the snap. Looked like kind of a trick play that maybe had some miscommunication. We'll wait for the call.
Well, this will be huge. It's going to back them up even more. East could really get a big break here if they can get the stop.
Refs still discussing here. From up here, it looked like they were trying to motion back into maybe a pass play while East was expecting run, but it looked like multiple guys went in motion. And they're going to call it encroachment on the East defense, so Moeller will get a free first down. Inside the red zone now is Moeller. These East fans not happy with the call, but honestly, I believe it was the right one. A lot of motion caught East off guard.
Yeah, Moeller, that's what East has done all year. They get people off sides when they're on offense, but Moeller does it here. I mean, that is a huge 3rd down that you could have gotten. You could have stopped Moeller on that, and now it's just a free first.
It's 1st and goal now for Moeller. Ponatoski changes the play at the line. Jocelyn and McCutcheon switch sides. It's going to be a toss to Jocelyn to the left. He's got some room fighting towards the pylon. He's going to be just short. It'll be 2nd and goal from about the 2. And Moeller once again is knocking on the door of that East end zone. They've got a chance to go up by 2 possessions early. Hurrying up to the line. Ponatoski, another pitch. Same play to the left side. Jocelyn fights forward. No problem. But a flag comes in late. We'll see what the refs call. Looks like it's going to be holding on Moeller.
And finally, East gets a holding call. Fans get what they want. And that, I mean, that is huge. That's a touchdown for Moeller. They're going to be backed up all the way to about the 12-yard line. And the way they've been running, though, wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it here. But now, if East is able to stuff them on this one, possibly bring up a passing situation, stop them there, only force a field goal.
Much harder to score from the 12 as an offense. There's a lot more guys that can cover a lot more of the field than when you're right at the 2. But Ponatoski's still a dangerous passer. He'll find an open man if they give it to him. Motioning Love across the field. Rolls out right. It's going to go to Love. He's got an open lane to the end zone. Dives for the pylon, and he is in. Moeller will take a 14-0 lead. After their first touchdown run got called back, that one stands, and Ponatoski has his first passing touchdown of the night.
Well, Moeller is a team that likes to throw deep. And in this one, all they've done is thrown short, and it's really thrown this East defense off because they expect the deep ball. They expect the medium passes from a quarterback as good as Matt Ponatoski. But not here. They go short. on almost all of their throws, and it has been working. They get right into the end zone.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing for East, they've pretty much given Moeller good field position on every drive so far. They've gone 3 and out twice. The extra point is good, so their kicker goes 52 for 52 on the season. Jack Malabar has been perfect, and he continues to be. East will get the ball again. They're got to score here. They cannot go down by 3 possessions in this first quarter.
No, not at all, because then it just starts to become a blowout. You got to go down, put some points up on the board, even a field goal. Just keep moving the ball. Cannot go 3 and out. Get chunk plays. Got to get that run game working. It's going to be a long night if they're not able to do anything on offense.
Yeah, and if you're forced to just pass it, Moeller's going to take advantage of that. You cannot become one-dimensional. A lot of what East does is getting the run game going and then allowing play action to open up the deep ball, and they've just not had that so far. They've just got to start by getting a first down here.
Yeah. I mean, they knew they had a tough task ahead of them. I mean, Moeller is the #1 team in Ohio, #1 seed in this bracket. But still, kind of expected. I mean, one of the most successful seasons in Lakota East history, 8-3.
As you see the quarterback battle there, Kitna leads the GMC, and Ponatoski leads the GCL South. Both head of their divisions, but obviously that GCL is a tougher division than the GMC. JT Kitna got to answer back on this drive. Malabar will boot it deep. This one fielded at about the 3. Thurman once again trying to find some room. This time he's swallowed up at the 13-yard line, so East is backed up once again, and Moeller has just had East number on all sides of the field so far.
Yeah, East's going to have to find something. Throw a trick play in here or something to just get some momentum going. Move the ball more than 1 yard. They're going to have to find out something. Something's going to have to click.
Yeah, I can't afford to go 3 and out 3 drives in a row. They've got to get anything to give them a spark here. Ryder Hooks has been shut down so far. He's only run the ball 3 times, and all 3 times he's been met right at the line of scrimmage. Under center is Kitna. Motioning Zion Neal to the left. Drops the snap. Pressure coming immediately, and he is swallowed up there. Big play by Christian Harris was the first one to get there. And a bobbled snap is a disaster for this East offense. It's 2nd and 15 now from inside their own 10.
I mean, it just feels like nothing is going right for Lakota East right now. Just really, this first quarter can really be just summed up in that play. Dropped the snap, couldn't get it to Ryder Hooks. I mean, even if he did, D lineman right there to stuff it.
East got to get something here. Chauncey Peck checked in at running back. Shea one-on-one at the bottom of your screen. Kitna motions Neal out to the left, steps back, pressure coming. It's a screen here to Chauncey Peck. Makes a man miss. He's got a little bit of room, still turning up field, and he's brought back down. He gets the yards back. They lost on the bobbled snap, but it does bring up 3rd and long. He's got to draw up something. They've got to get a first down here in this first quarter.
I think that's their first play that's gone for more than 1 yard. Looked like Chauncey Peck might find a lane and go. I mean, Sycamore last week played Moeller first round of the playoffs, lost 63-7, but their 1 touchdown came on a long run from Trey Meadows. So if they're able to find a lane, Lakota East has the speed to move down the field.
Kitna on 3rd and 9, steps back, pressure coming, fires it out, and it's intercepted. Bringing it back, no one's going to get him. Chris Bradley jumped the route, and Moeller takes a 3-possession lead early. Nothing has worked for the Thunderhawks offense thus far, and Moeller takes advantage, getting 6 for themselves.
Oh, this is quickly becoming a blowout, and just nothing is going right for Lakota East. Not what you wanted to see, especially from all the talk that they talked before the game, coming out flat here. Something's going to have to change in this one if they want a chance.
Extra point now coming. Malabar lines up. This to put them up by 22. The hold is good. The kick is automatic. So Moeller up 22-0 early here. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. East has been shut down on all fronts. They've just kind of come out flat in this game, and Moeller's taking advantage, shutting down anything they try to execute.
Well, this Moeller O-line has dominated the East D-line, and East offense is just playing sloppy football. The interception, they almost had an interception on the first play. They throw the pick six there, had the fumbled snap. Very sloppy football.
So East kickoff return team comes out again for the fourth time tonight. And they haven't had an answer for Moeller yet. 22 unanswered points in the first quarter. This has been the slowest start that East has had all season.
Yeah, they've never really been blown out in a game. I mean, they hung with West for that entire first half, just slowed down a little in that second half. And against a top team like Princeton, who had a good fight against this Moeller team, probably should have beat them. And this is just not what we really expected. East has done a great job against these good teams. They beat Hamilton, who is 9-2 right now, winning their first game of the playoffs, playing against Princeton today. And they played good against Princeton and very solid against West. So, honestly, even though it's Moeller, this is still a surprise to me that East hasn't been able to put up more points and stop Moeller on defense.
Kickoff flies deep fielded at about the 1. A perfect kickoff there. Braxton Thurman tries to find some room, cuts upfield. Good blocks. He's got a hole. Being chased down from behind. And for once, East will start with great field position all the way to the 45. Thurman's such a dangerous returner. And he gets some yards on this Moeller kickoff team. A spark that East desperately needed.
Man, they needed that. Huge return. Now they have good field position. So even if this drive were to stall, Moeller's going to be backed up for the first time. But East, if you want to avoid the blowout, you got to score on this drive, and you get some momentum from your kick returner, Braxton Thurman.
Kitna comes out after throwing his third interception on the season. A lot of pressure was in his face on that one. Fake handoff to Ryder Hooks. They're looking to air it out early. Way over the head of Chris Boyer, and once again, Bradley gifted the ball in the secondary. He's still not down. Finally brought down at the 50. Man, that throw was just off. Nobody on the same page, and Moeller shuts down the spark East just got from that kickoff return.
Man, he had a clean pocket, too. Just, I'm not sure what happened on that. Maybe thought Chris Boyer was running the go right over his head as a gift. The Sycamore defender.
And Bradley has just been perfect in this first half. No one has gotten open, and now East has the chance to go down by 4 possessions early on.
I mean, this is just a disastrous start. Down 4 possessions in the first quarter. That is the exact opposite of what you want to do in a playoff game like this.
So now Moeller will start from pretty much where they started their last few drives. 1st and 10 from midfield. Ponatoski checks the play. Fakes the handoff, steps back. He's going to air it out to the right side. Got a man. And they're going to rule it inbound.
Wow.
Hard to tell from up here as we're on the opposite side of the field. But, man, Derek Williams just got climbed on top of. And the receiver there, I believe it was Jovan Love, just climbed the ladder and took it right out of the air.
It was a heck of a catch. Wish we could have been closer to it. I mean, just went up over the top of Derek Williams. Wow, what a catch.
Hurry up from Moeller. Spread offense. See some guys from East that don't usually play corner out there playing corner right now against all these Moeller receivers. Ponatoski going to air it out to the corner, and that time receiver stumbled a little bit. Not on the same page. It brings up 2nd and 10, so finally East gets a little bit of a stop at least on defense, but Moeller already well into field goal range. They're pretty much guaranteed points on this drive unless they turn over the ball.
Yeah, right now, I don't even think they really need to just throw the ball with Matt Ponatoski. Just give it to your running back that's been working. They just want to get him going. Could not hit there. I don't know. I think receiver just had a bad jump on the ball. Didn't get a good release. He's got to keep that up.
And a timeout called by Lakota East. So we'll step away for just a second. That's their first of the half. 22-0 your score early on. We welcome you back to Schuler Field here. Moeller High School up 22-0 on the East Thunderhawks. They've been dominant so far, and if you're just joining us, this East offense has produced nothing, and the Moeller offense has been unstopped as of yet. Ponatoski comes out on 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. In the pistol, he's got Graylow coach behind him. Steps back, looking to air it out. This to the corner of the end zone, and it is caught. What a grab in the corner of the end zone by Matthew Fogler. Moeller goes up by 4 possessions early, and Ponatoski has been almost perfect in this first quarter.
He can't play better defense than what Zion Jones-Anderson had. Just what a catch. That's happened twice now where East has had really good coverage on him. They just go over the top, make a play, and that's going to happen when you're playing against Moeller. Man, what a grab in the end zone.
What a play. The throw was perfect. The catch was perfect. Moeller going for 2 here to try to go up by 30. Ponatoski in the shotgun. Steps back, looking right, fires it, and it's going to be knocked out. Connor Cruz able to blast that ball out of there. The Moeller only comes away with 6 points, but it doesn't matter. It's 28-0 early. East needs to respond with some points.
Something's got to happen on offense. You got to get something going. Kidna already has 2 interceptions thrown, almost fumbled a snap too. I mean, obviously you're going against Moeller's defense. It's going to be rough, but JT Kidna, such a successful year throwing the ball. He's been really smart, not throwing any interceptions like that. 2 really ugly ones here in the first quarter.
And if you're just joining us, do want to explain what's going on with our stream tonight. Mentioned it earlier, but Spectrum's policy, we really aren't supposed to be live right now with video, but it doesn't matter. We're bringing it to you anyway. It's probably East's last game of the season unless they can turn things around, and we're not going to let some bigoted company stop student opportunities here. Only 3 of us were allowed to come to this game, but we still managed to get a video stream for you, so we do apologize if it might not be the best quality, but we still wanted to bring you video of the game. As we all know, a radio stream is an okay substitute, but not nearly as good as a full video stream. Moeller looking ready to boot this one away. East has not had an answer so far on offense. Braxton Thurman been the guy with the most yards for East so far, and he's their kick returner who's looking to do something with it here. The kick sails to Braxton Thurman at about the 10. He's fielded every single one of them so far. Gets away from the first set of tacklers. He's still up. A lot of work to get back to the 21-yard line. Man, Braxton Thurman has honestly been the best runner that East has had out there. He has been hard to tackle and been the one bright spot that East has had so far. Yeah,
he reminds me a lot of Ryder Hooks, just constantly fighting for yards, constantly throwing guys off of him. He has been a special kickoff returner. That speed, that low center of gravity, this powerful running, he's been the only thing that's been working for East in this one.
Yeah, we saw it earlier in the season against Fairfield when he came in late, took advantage, scored his first touchdown of the year, and ever since then he's been out there on that kickoff team doing great things. He has a return touchdown on the year, and we see right there, only a sophomore, but he is very trusted by that East coaching staff. As it's 1st and 10 for East from their own 21-yard line. Kitna in the shotgun with Ryder Hooks. Fakes it. It's going to be a screen to P.J. McFarland, who is wrapped up. A loss of 4. The first catch for McFarland goes nowhere. And East still sticking to these screen passes, but nothing has really opened up outside of one from Chauncey Peck where he got about 6 yards. That's the long on the day. East has not had any success.
Well, they just try to get it out to their amazing tight end, P.J. McFarland, see if he can get any space. I mean, he fought for everything he could there, still lost about 4 yards.
Kitna airs it out. Miscommunication. It was in between Zion Neal and Chris Boyer. Brings up 3rd down and 14. Again, East is backed up.
I mean, you can just tell something's off with the receivers right now. Kidna just cannot hit a guy over the middle.
Trying to get Moeller to jump, and I think they did. So finally, East will get a break. They'll get at least 5 yards back, so it'll be 3rd and 9. Still, though, a tall task for this East offense to try to get the first down. They don't have one yet in this game.
No, and Sycamore last week was only able to amass 2 against Moeller.
Trying to get him to jump again. That time, Moeller stays disciplined. Kitna still by himself in the backfield. Changes the play here. Play clock at 10. Motions Hooks with him in the backfield. Stepping back, looking. Pressure's coming. Trying to get away. And he's brought down from behind. Everyone on that Moeller defense worked together to bring him down for the sack. And again, the East punt team comes out on 4th down from about their 20-yard line. They haven't moved the ball once.
I mean, I got to tell you, not getting a single first down in this first quarter, it was not on my bingo card. I mean, Lakota East, personally, I thought, while it was going to be tough to move the ball against Moeller, I thought they definitely had a chance to do that, but Moeller has come out hot, not letting them do anything on offense.
Clock ticking below a minute in this first quarter. High snap. Fitzstevens almost didn't get that punt away. It's going to go out of bounds. A little bit of a shank there as he had a Moeller defender all in his face, and it's Moeller starting with the ball at the 38-yard line. Ponatoski comes back out for his 5th drive of the night. He's been perfect so far. Only 1 incompletion, and all of his throws up the 50-50 balls have all gone Moeller's way.
I mean, if you're Lakota East, you got to – this is weird saying, but Lakota East has got to try and prevent a running clock here in the first quarter. I mean, if they score a touchdown, that's 35 points, and just not how you wanted to start for Lakota East.
The turnovers have killed East early. What would be maybe a 3-possession or 2-possession game turned into a 4-possession game very quickly. Handoff here to Coach. Finally, East able to stop him. For only a gain of about 1. 2nd and 9 coming up. And, man, East's defense has been run all over so far. We talked about Moeller's pass game a lot, but that run game cannot be overlooked. Tyler Jocelyn, Graylow coach, and Dante Ware have all had success on the ground in this one.
Yeah, I mean, every single one of them having at least 3 touchdowns through the ground. And they split snaps between them so none of them gets tired. And if you're running the ball like they are, why stop doing that? Keep giving it to your guys. Let them chew up yards. And they're moving the ball with ease against this East defense, who has got to play better coming into the second quarter.
Moeller's going to let the clock run on the first quarter. We'll step away for just a second. Your score 28-0 early here. East is going to have to try to stop them and come back in the next 3. We welcome you back for the start of this second quarter. Moeller up 28-0. They haven't not scored on any of their offensive drives, and they're looking to do it again here. 2nd down and 8. In the pistol, it's going to be a handoff to Coach to the left side. He finds a hole. He will be short of the first down, but only by about 2 yards or 3 yards. 3rd down and 3 coming up. And this East defense has got to get a stop here. They do not want to go down by 5 scores this early on. It'll force a running clock.
Yeah, got to avoid that. But those last 2 plays, good job from East, stopping the running backs before they can get going, forcing this 3rd down and 4 that they got to capitalize on. Got to get this stop.
11:25 left in the first half. Moeller's had their way so far. They'll try to convert here on this 3rd down and 4. Fake handoff. Steps back, airs it out, and he's got a wide open Landon Adams for the Moeller touchdown. They go up by a 5th possession here, and if they make the extra point, that's a running clock. East has got a tall mountain to climb if they even want to have a sliver of a chance.
I mean, just wide open. Ponatoski stared him down, did not matter. Good release from the receiver, just got wide open, no one even near him. And Moeller is going to be up 35-0 if they hit this extra point.
Malabar lines up. The kick on its way, and it sails through 35-0. Your score with 11 minutes left in the second quarter. They are currently on pace to score over 100.
And that is just not what you want to hear as an East fan. I mean, this team has been so good all year, going up against tough opponents. They've battled. They've won games. They've done a great job. JT Kitna having the best quarterback season in Lakota East history, but in this one, just not right. Something is off. JT Kitna overthrowing his receivers. 2 interceptions already. Got to try and find something. No first downs yet for Lakota East.
Man, this East offense was one we thought might be electric enough to answer back, at least keep this game within a couple possessions like they did against West. But Moeller has been on a different planet in terms of execution out there. And East just got killed by 2 turnovers they threw there early. They've got to put points up on the board. You can't get blown out like this in a game that you might have had a chance to win.
Yeah, I definitely thought that we would have a chance. And there still is hope. Game's not over. It's only second quarter. They just got to find something on offense to go back to and keep moving. It'll open up other things for you to do if Moeller's focused on that one thing that you're doing good at. Just got to find that one thing. Give yourself a chance.
Kickoff. Sails high and into the end zone. Zion Neal will opt to let it bounce out. The East will start at the 20. Kitna so far only 3 completions and 2 interceptions.
Well, it's not been his best start. Probably his worst that he's had as a Thunderhawk. But, I mean, we were saying it a lot. This Moeller defense just getting penetration immediately, pressuring him. He's having to scramble, and that's making his throws just go off target too far. One of his interceptions is a pick 6. Got to get these shorter throws, get it out quick so this Moeller D-line cannot pressure you immediately.
They've got to move the ball here. Kitna under center. Handoff to Ryder Hooks, who gets a hole. Finally, Ryder Hooks able to explode a little bit, and East picks up their first down of the game, and it comes with 11 minutes left in the second quarter.
Trying to just give yourself some life, and Ryder Hooks does it there. Huge hole, picks up the first down, and you're not going to hold Ryder Hooks down for long.
Ryder Hooks' biggest run of the night goes for 11 and a new set of downs for East. They needed to get something going, and there they got it. Ryder Hooks gets the carry again, spins forward, gets about 2. 2nd down and 8 coming up. East kind of hurrying up here. They know they're running out of time, even though it's only the second quarter.
Yeah, if they want to mount a comeback, it has to start right now.
Still same formation. Ryder Hooks the lone back. Maybe trying to get things going. The gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6. McFarland in motion. Handoff to Hooks. Trying to fight through the Moeller D line, but that time they had his number. It's 3rd down and 7 after a loss of 1 on the play.
I mean, they went back to what worked for them on the first play, just trying to get Ryder Hooks some space. Moeller was ready for it there, though. And now, 3rd down and long, you got to try and put it through the air. JT Kitna already 2 interceptions in this one. Got to be careful with it.
3rd down and 6. Kitna going to be probably forced to air it out on this play. The pass game hasn't worked very well so far. They've got to get another first down here to stay in this one. Kitna steps back. Pressure coming immediately. Finds McFarland in the flat. McFarland makes the first man miss. He's got a hole up the field. Being chased down from behind, and he's finally swallowed up inside the 25-yard line all the way down to the 22. The biggest play of the night for East comes with 9 minutes left in the second quarter.
Well, they sent a blitzing linebacker trying to get Kitna off, but they left P.J. McFarland wide open in the middle of the field, and he almost took it. Such a fast guy for 6'4". Huge spark for this East offense.
1st and 10. East goes hurry up. Right back to Ryder Hooks on the ground, fighting forward all the way for a gain of about 6. Ryder Hooks showing the toughness there. East moving the ball efficiently on this drive. Gotta hope it's not too little too late already.
Yes, signs of life. Huge McFarland catch, and Ryder Hooks has gotten some big chunk plays on the ground.
Toss to McFarland to the right side. He's got a hole. Good blocking. Gives East a new set of downs. He's out of bounds at the 8-yard line. East has been effective on this drive, and it's 1st and goal for the first time tonight for them.
Yeah, and they didn't have a single first down in that first quarter. Now they've got 3 on this drive. That is huge. Got to put points up here on the board.
Clock ticking below 8:20. Kitna by himself in the shotgun. Looked like he might have caught Moeller off sides. They stay disciplined just enough. Kitna changes up the play. Motions. Chauncey Peck in the backfield with him. Steps back, airs it out. Chris Boyer's wide open in the end zone. East gets their first points of the night. Chris Boyer gives East 6 points. And it's a 4-possession game. Signs of life starting to show in this second quarter.
Man, they needed that. Just left Chris Boyer wide open in the end zone. That's just his 2nd touchdown of the year. I mean, such a good receiver. Expected him to have more. Big things coming next year for Chris Boyer. It's going to be a senior season.
Best way to pump up your defense is with some offense. Finally some, can't really call it momentum, but energy for this East team. Down 4 possessions, still a lot of time left in this game. This defense has got to force some stops and some turnovers, but they have made it a lot closer than it was coming out of that first quarter.
Yeah, they really needed that on that one. I mean, right down the field, score touchdown. I apologize. The score is 35-7. I hit the wrong button on the stream deck here. Gonna just, hold on, I got it.
Bare bones stringer
Fixed it?
for us.
Sorry.
Only 3 of us.
Not used to running clock. But, man, that was a clutch drive from JT Kitna. Gets a passing touchdown, trying to make that touchdown-to-interception ratio better. I mean, if East defense just got to get the stop here, get that ball back to your offense, see what they can do. Just try to do something. Throw everything you got at them right now.
Are we going to see an onside kick?
The way they're lined up, they love them, and
it's looking like one of those tricky formations East likes to run. And with Moeller starting at about midfield every drive anyway, I think this is a prime time to try it.
You might as well.
Let's see. Fitzstevens, everybody on the kickoff team out to the sides. We'll see what Kitna has drawn up here. And it's not going to be an onside. Had us fooled up in the booth. Fielded at about the 8-yard line. Moeller will elect to take it out, and they've got some room. A great tackle by Connor Cruz limits the damage. Moeller will start at the 28-yard line, and for the first time behind their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't think it's going to matter much. They're moving the ball with ease right now. Chance to put up 40 points before halftime. I mean, good job from Connor Cruz stopping that returner, keeping him inside the 30. Got to see what the defense got to go out and do something here.
And you think back to the West game, that East defense was not able to make a stop until they were able to pin them a little bit deep in their own side of their field. So maybe this is a chance for East to finally make a stop on defense. 1st and 10, Ponatoski in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. It's going to be a screen to the left side. Trying to find some room. A great block there by Sam Hamilton by Matthew Fogler opened up some room. Moeller gets about 7 on the play, 2nd down and 3 coming up, and they are already moving the ball like they left off in the first quarter.
I mean, that's twice now on those screen passes that the receiver's just thrown up a perfect block. Good job from East swarming the receiver. Didn't let him get loose. Only allowed a gain of 7.
A lot of big physical guys on that Moeller offense, and we're seeing it here early. East crowd getting a little bit louder here on 2nd down. Jocelyn finds a big hole, and he's all the way to the 46-yard line. Tyler Jocelyn really been a star for this Moeller offense early. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
I mean, he has, and you expect him to get the bulk of the carries. I mean, we said it all night. They switch it up between about 4 different running backs, but Tyler Jocelyn has been tearing it up on the ground in this one.
Brings up a 1st and 10, knocking on the door of midfield. At the 46, Ponatoski, handoff to Jocelyn again. That time, East had his number. A lot of guys trying to rip that ball out. Stop made there by Marcus Osner. 2nd down and 9.
And that'll get this East crowd hyped up. Want to see this defense do something. Gets the stuff right there.
And, I mean, if you're East, you have a chance to make a real statement here. If you can come back in this game, that'll be even more historic than simply beating Moeller. I mean, you got to find some motivation here if you're East. Maybe keep that in mind. 2nd down and 9 in the shotgun. Handoff to Jocelyn. He's wrapped up. He's going to be short by about 4. Strong tackle there by Dawson Reap. Brings up 3rd down and 4. We'll see what Moeller draws up here. They've been perfect on 3rd down.
Yeah, and this East defense got to be ready for the pass. I mean, Matt Ponatoski has been perfect tonight throwing the ball. Got to be ready, got to be physical against these big receivers. Cannot let them go over the top of you.
Moeller stacked 2 receivers up to the top and 1 down at the bottom. Looking to the sideline for an audible. See what they change here. Ponatoski signals the change to the line, and he steps back into the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to air it out. Pressure coming, fires it out, and a crucial drop there by Carson Cayo means it's 4th and 5 at midfield. And Moeller is going to face a 4th down for the first time tonight. We'll see if they elect to stay out there or, yeah, looks like that punt team is going to come out there for the first time tonight.
There we go. Big stop for Lakota East. Getting the ball back to their offense, see if they can put more points up on the board.
And, man, if only they could have started out like this in that first quarter, we'd have a lot closer of a game. We've got some hyped-up East players out there now. It's 35-7. This game's still very young. 5 minutes left in the first half. Carter Jones back there to return the punt. Strange punt formation. It continues to roll, and Moeller, strong special teams play, pins them deep inside their own 3-yard line. What a punt there by, I believe, Grant Emery to pin East back, and they have got a tall task here if they want to go all the way 97 yards, what they'll have to do on this drive.
Yeah, they're going to have to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. I mean, punter had all the time in the world. He could have just let clock drain, hold the ball, let all the guys get downfield, and then punt it. Just no pressure on the punter there. Had me confused for a second. I mean, he just held the ball. I thought he might run for it, thought it might be a fake, but punts it away, pins him at the 2.
So 1st and 10, Kitna standing deep in his own end zone. Steps back, looking to throw. Fires it out to Ryder Hooks, who makes the first corner miss. And he's going to be ruled out of bounds. Man, dangerous play there. Ryder Hooks almost got into open space. Does at least give East a little bit more room. 2nd down and 5 coming up.
I mean, he could have been gone. Unfortunate for East. Barely stepped out of bounds. That could have been a huge play.
And Ryder Hooks, you see there on the screen, East leading rusher, got over 1,000 yards on the year last week, but through that regular season, he was effective as well. Had almost 300 rushing yards last week. He's been their guy on offense, but that time he gets out of the first wave of tacklers. I thought he'd be swallowed up behind the line. 3rd down and short from the 10-yard line. East has a chance to get a 1st down and continue this drive.
Thought he might be swallowed up there, and that would have been a real drive killer, but now you're in this third down and short yardage situation. You could run or pass. Make that defense have to question what you might be doing.
See what East draws up here on 3rd down and 3. End around, fake to Zion Neal. It goes to Ryder Hooks, who's still fighting. Man, Ryder Hooks has come alive here in the second quarter. Clock ticking below 4:45, but a new set of downs for East, and they move the sticks.
Yeah, you get it in the hands of your playmaker, Ryder Hooks, who had an amazing game last week. Best game from a running back I've ever seen in high school football. 282 yards, 4 touchdowns, trying to get him moving here. Got stuffed in that first quarter, but right now he's hot.
Zion Neal in motion. Kitna under center, steps back. He's going to air it out to Jaden Shea, who makes the catch. Gets about 6. Finally, East able to connect through the air on a pass that's longer than a screen. Oh, they're going to move the sticks. They'll stay with the first down. What a grab by Jaden Shea.
Did a good job adjusting for the ball, catching it, getting that first down. Another first down picked up. Keep moving the ball. Momentum is slowly shifting right now. You forget the scoreboard. You just go out there, play your hardest, play like it's 0-0, and this deficit could get shorter and shorter as you go.
Under center, handoff to Ryder Hooks to the left side. Finds some room. He's hit, but he's still up. And defenders kind of just bounce off of Ryder Hooks. That low center of gravity makes him impossible to take down, and he's already knocking on the door of another first down. It's 2nd down and 1.
I mean, this East offense is getting things moving now. You just wish they started the game like this. Unfortunately, they're getting it going when they're down 35-0. But just glad that they are moving the ball, at least some. Gonna try and score again here.
Whole another half of football to play after this quarter. Moeller just got up by so much early on. 2nd down, Kitna steps back. Pressure coming from behind, able to air it out. A dangerous drop by Zion Neal. Lands innocently to the ground. Thought maybe Griff Daly would get underneath it. Brings up 3rd down and 1. If there was a chance to take a shot, it was right there, but Kitna just couldn't get on the same page.
I mean, Zion Neal had it, just slips right through his hands. Cold night like tonight, you expect that a couple times. Just too hard of a throw, and that would have been a big pickup on 2nd down, and now it's another 3rd down situation.
3rd down and 1. Definitely go for it territory for East. 1-on-1 at the bottom of your screen is Jaden Shea. Handoff to Ryder Hooks. And the reliable Ryder Hooks gets plenty for that first down. They'll move the sticks. Almost at midfield now is East. They're moving the ball effectively. They've got 3:30 left in this first half. Where was this in the first quarter?
That's what I'm asking right now. I mean, you're moving the ball so well now. Just wish they could have started out like this.
Going to be an interesting halftime talk from John Kitna to this team. Thought maybe would be very angry, but now things looking up a little bit. They've got still a very tall mountain to climb, but they are starting to climb it here. Kitna steps back, looking to air it out, and he is brought down. What a sack there. Believe Thomas Girk, the lineman, got him there, and Kitna had no chance, wrapped up around the waist and just swallowed up in the backfield.
That is a huge loss of yardage there. There's about 7 on the sack.
Hurrying up to the line. What you needed. East trying to get him to jump, doesn't get it. 2:30 left here. They still have 2 timeouts, and Kitna steps back here. Fires it on the screen. Ryder Hooks dropped the ball, but they'll rule it incomplete. Crisis averted, but it still brings up 3rd down and 17. They've got a long way to go to get to that first down marker, which is all the way at the 45-yard line of Moeller.
Yeah, they're just trying to pick up some easy yards there on 2nd down. Unfortunately, just cannot reel that pass in. Now on 3rd down and 17, you got to take a shot. Cannot concede defeat and get short yardage and punt the ball away. You got to try and take a shot against this Moeller defense.
3rd down and very long. Kitna in the pistol. Handoff to Ryder Hooks. He'll try to get some yards back, and he's got a big hole. Good block. still going, and he's got enough for the first down. What a run by Ryder Hooks to the left side, and a great block by Jaden Shea gave him just enough room to move the sticks.
Unbelievable run. I mean, Ryder Hooks. I was just talking about you don't want to just run the ball, concede defeat, punt the ball away. I guess when you got a running back like Ryder Hooks, you put it in his hands.
They'll put it in his hands again here on the screen play. Stays ahead of the sticks, gain of about 5. Man, I thought about 3 times on that last play he'd go down, but he stayed up and somehow got to those sticks. That was an insane play there by Ryder Hooks.
Unbelievable, but it's just been what Ryder Hooks has done all year. Not surprising at all. He's been a big play guy. As soon as he gets onto the field, as soon as that ball is snapped, he's ready to go. He hits people. He runs the ball hard. Not surprising there. Huge run from Ryder Hooks.
He'll get a chance to rest here as Chauncey Peck checks in. Kitna steps back. He's going to air it out to the left side. Jaden Shea with the soft hands gets East inside the red zone for the second time tonight. This drive has been pretty much perfect on all fronts outside of the 3rd and 17, and they still somehow converted it.
I mean, Jaden Shea was a little bit of a dangerous throw. Thought it might get intercepted, but Jaden Shea found the ball in the air. If he stayed in, that could have been a touchdown, but nonetheless a huge play.
Kitna finds the big tight end, P.J. McFarland, over the middle. He's a little bit short of the sticks. It's 2nd down and 3. East full hurry up here as the clock is going to tick below a minute. By himself in the shotgun. Kitna steps back. Fires it to the end zone. Dangerous throw. Zion Neal just not had the concentration thus far, and another drop there brings up 3rd down and about 4.
Well, they've converted on every 3rd down on this drive. This one very important down here in the red zone. Honestly, I don't like this field position for our kicker. Got to pick up the first down here, especially when you're at this big of a deficit.
3rd down and 3. Ryder Hooks motion back behind JT Kitna. It's going to be a handoff. He somehow found a hole. There's a flag down. We'll see if this flag is one that could kill this East drive. And a big mistake by the East O-line. That's going to push them back 10 more yards. Holding called on the East O-line.
I mean, that is not what you wanted at all. That is a drive killer. That's happened a couple times this year for East. Every time a team get down to the red zone, you get a holding call, it almost always stalls the drive, and now you're backed up even more. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 13.
East been pretty clean on the season, holding-wise. A rare call there, though, brings up 3rd and 14. They were able to convert a long one like this last time, but it's a lot to ask for them to do it twice. Clock ticking below 35 seconds. Kitna in the shotgun, steps back. Looking, he's going to fire it over the middle, and who else? P.J. McFarland fights all the way into the end zone. What a catch by P.J. McFarland, showing why he's got all those D1 offers as he fights all the way into the end zone. 28 seconds left in the first half, and East is finally fighting into this Moeller lead. 35-13, your score.
I mean, what a catch and what a job from P.J. McFarland. He's been open across the middle a lot tonight. He's made the most out of it. Couple catches, big touchdown here. And this East team is alive.
Extra point from Fitzstevens. The hold was bobbled a little bit, but it didn't matter. The kick is good. 35-14, and we are back to a 3-possession game. And while that might seem like still a lot, it's a lot better than a 5-possession game like we had coming out of the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it went down 35-0 very quickly. And you're starting to crawl back, making this score 35-14 before halftime. As long as they stop them here, you're going to go into halftime with a lot of momentum. And everything's right now, it's all working on offense. You've converted the 3rd downs, and I figured that would be very tough against Moeller. You gotta have big plays to really move the ball on them. But this East offense so good at these chunk plays. Ryder Hooks has really been the spark that they needed. P.J. McFarland. Couple of huge catches, had the touchdown there. JT Kitna started the game with 2 interceptions. He's thrown 2 touchdowns, evening up that ratio. And this East crowd is hyped.
They are starting a chant here It's getting loud in the stadium. 28 seconds left in the first half. They've just got to make sure Moeller doesn't score. Moeller gets the ball first in the second half, but East somehow has held them scoreless in the second quarter after allowing them to score 5 times in the first. Fitzstevens lines up to kick it away. We thought we would see an onside kick last time, but we didn't get it. We'll see if they do it here. Risky business, though, as Matt Ponatoski's got the arm to throw it all the way into the end zone from midfield. This a high ball that's going to be fair caught at the 27. So that's where Moeller will start. They've got all 3 timeouts left, 28 seconds to go. If there was ever a quarterback to score in that little amount of time, it is Matt Ponatoski.
Yeah, he's had some huge throws. They can move. They've proved it. They can move the ball quick in big plays. East has to avoid that here. Cannot let these receivers get open. Got to keep them from scoring a touchdown or even any points on this drive. 28 seconds. Defense got to play their best. Got to play the best that they have all night on this one.
And we'll probably see a dime or nickel package from this East defense, just putting as many DBs as they can out there and letting Moeller get the underneath stuff, but not a touchdown. It's 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Moeller was shut down in the second quarter. Handoff to Coach, and he gets some room all the way to the 40-yard line. Good run there by Grail Coach, but 21 seconds left. Is it going to be enough for Ponatoski to be able to take a shot?
Not quite sure. He definitely has the arm to throw it into the end zone from here. But, I mean, you get that big of a play in just 9 seconds, you figure, why not try it again? He's got to stay on their toes. This is a huge drive.
Ware subs in on this one. Ponatoski rolls out to his left. Pressure coming. Elam forces Ponatoski to throw it away for the first time tonight. 15 seconds left. And this is really just a great way for East defense to build a little bit of momentum and energy going into halftime, because you know that East cannot afford to come out flat coming out of that locker room.
Yeah, this Moeller offense has had their number in this one, but you stopped them on the last drive, possibly going to stop them here. Huge momentum and just something to feel good about going into halftime.
In the pistol, Ponatoski. We'll see if Moeller just elects to run out the rest of this clock. They get the ball first in the second half. Handoff here to Ware, and the big linebacker, Cohen Reap, who leads East in tackles, makes the huge stop. Clock will run. It's 3rd down, and we'll see if Moeller elects to run another play or not.
Not sure if they will or not, but what a huge play from Cohen Reap to end this first half. And East has really come alive. Showing some signs of life here.
This has been an interesting first half. Moeller scored 35 unanswered, but then East answered back with 14 unanswered. We'll see who carries the momentum coming out of halftime. Moeller will start with the ball. We appreciate you for sticking with us even with our bare bones stream. Max Earl and Beck Lucas will be right back after the 20-minute halftime. We welcome you back to to Mount St. Joesph. Moeller does not have their own field. They play here at Mount St. Joesph, here at Schuler Field. It's been an interesting first half, to say the least. Moeller went up 35-0 in the first quarter, and then East answered back with 14 unanswered of their own points, and they've got the momentum coming out of halftime. Want to take a minute to address what's going on with the stream. Right now, obviously, we've got a black box there in the bottom left. That will be a video stream. If you were here in the first half, you remember, due to OHSAA's regulation as well as Spectrum, we aren't even supposed to be streaming video live, but this being probably our last season game of the year, we're bringing it to you anyway. And with that mentioned, just want to say, if you're on your phone or on your computer, you can zoom in on that little box in the bottom left if you want a clear picture of the video. We won't take it personally if you don't want to look at me and Beck here. Obviously, we're suited up for this game, but we understand if you want to get a better look at the actual game, which we'll be showing you live just in a second. Our camera's currently turned off. But we do want to talk about this first half. Coming into this game, we thought it would be a lot closer in the first quarter, 35-0 Moeller, and then coming back in that second quarter, East somehow answered back with 14 unanswered of their own.
That first quarter was all Moeller, just getting stops on defense, quick turnovers, putting the ball in the end zone. Second quarter, East controlled the ball better. They moved the ball. They converted on a lot of their third downs to keep the drives alive, and they kept Moeller's offense off the field, and that was huge for them, putting up 14 unanswered points.
Yeah, and a big talking point coming into this game was the quarterback comparison. JT Kitna, Matt Ponatoski. Obviously, Matt Ponatoski started off very hot, threw only 2 incompletions that entire first quarter, and it was a big part why they went up by 35 points. Kitna, on the other hand, started off slow, 2 interceptions, one of those brought back for 6 points, and it's why they got down by so much. But in that second quarter, it really seemed like Kitna was starting to get on the same page as his receivers. I mean, interesting perspectives on both sides of this ball. It's going to be really interesting to see how both teams come out of halftime.
Yeah, JT Kitna started the game off really slow, but then really picked it up due to P.J. McFarland. P.J. McFarland and Ryder Hooks has really been carrying this offense in that first half. Ryder Hooks getting him moving on the ground, opening up that passing game for Lakota East. Kitna had a cleaner pocket. He was able to get comfortable, make the throws. Had some big throws to Jaden Shea. Obviously, the 2 huge ones to P.J. McFarland. And East had all the momentum going into halftime, although they are down by 21 points. Moeller will get the ball to start the second half. I mean, there's still a lot of hope for Lakota East in this one.
And if you have any more, just one more mention about the stream. This Mount St. Joseph Moeller High School only allowed us 3 students for this entire production. So me, Beck, and we have one camera guy off to the right here. Ryan Humphreys, want to mention him as well. Say hi, Ryan. So just want to mention, if you're having a little bit of complaints, we do apologize for the lack of a little bit of lesser quality, but we only have 3 people running this entire show, so we're happy to bring it to you regardless. Hopefully it's not our last game of the season, but if it is, it's been a blast so far. Very interesting game, and we hope they keep up the scoring like they did in the first half. Moeller starts with the ball coming out of halftime. A big thing East struggled with earlier on in the season was coming out flat out of halftime, and they've got to avoid that completely here. Yeah,
if you come out flat in this one, you can pretty much write it off. You got to play perfectly in this second half. It's going to be tough against Moeller, but that second quarter, East was really able to slow the game down, move the ball how they wanted to move the ball. They got 2 big stops on defense to hold Moeller to only 35 points. All the momentum right now, just got to keep doing what they were doing in that second quarter, and they still have a chance in this one.
Yeah, 3-score game. Clock on halftime will run out to 0. And we'll bring you the third quarter momentarily. Both kickoff teams are huddled up. Show you the matchup there one more time. East, the 8 seed, and Moeller, the 1 seed, and all of Ohio. The 2 kickoff teams run out there for the third time tonight. We'll see Moeller's kickoff return team. Didn't see him at all in the first quarter. East hasn't tried an onside kick yet, which for most teams isn't an oddity, but for East it is. John Kitna loves the aggressive kickoff team. Wouldn't be really surprised to see it coming out of halftime, but it would be very risky against a Moeller offense that's been unstoppable once they get past midfield.
Yeah, that's where all of their points have come off. When they have been pinned back past midfield in their own side of the field, East has been able to get those stops, and that's really what helped them crawl back in this one. Would not be surprised to see an onside kick here.
So the kick is a high flyer. It's going to be caught right at the 35. Thought maybe be an onside kick, maybe not. They've liked the little short kicks. Don't want to give Moeller a chance to return it. And Matt Ponatoski and his squad will start at the 35.
And this is a drive for Lakota East. You've got to make a statement. You got to say, we're still in this game. We're still fired up. Forget the score. Go out there, get a stop. Get this hot East offense back out on the field. PJ McFarland having a great game. Ryder Hooks also on the ground tearing it up. Got to try to get the ball back into your hands of your offense.
Yeah, with Ryder Hooks coming alive, that East offense looked great in the second quarter. Cohen Reap made a huge stop to end the half. The last time Moeller was out there, he'll look to make some more big plays here. Ponatoski motions McCutcheon. It's 1st and 10 from the 35. He steps back. Here's the screen out to the right. It's going to be caught, and he's close to the first down marker. Good catch and run there by Landon Adams. He had a touchdown in the first half. Moeller's liked the screen pass early.
Yeah, they have. Gone to it a bunch.
Here we go with it again here to the right side. A good blocking there by the Moeller receivers. Man, those receivers for Moeller, they've got a lot of them, and they are all great blockers, and we've seen it work so effectively in the screen game.
Yeah, they've gone to the screen on about 60% of their pass plays, and it's worked almost every single time. You see there, it worked again. East got to be ready for those, but at the same time, they've been burned deep a couple times, just got their hands full with trying to defend this Moeller offense.
1st down and 10. Handoff to Coach. Finds some room, still plowing. Strong run there by Graylow. Coach gets them about 6 yards, 2nd and 4 coming up. And Moeller already passed midfield here, and every time they've passed that midfield line, they've scored.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why the clock is stopped. I guess they have a stoppage for a helmet coming off Moeller player. It's running now. But if East is able to bring up a 3rd down here, try and get the stop there, but just cannot let Moeller keep getting 1st downs quickly. Got to try and force some 3rd downs, especially on this drive.
2nd down and 4. Here another handoff to Coach. He was effective earlier on this drive, and he's going to be close. They'll tell him to keep it 3rd down and about 2. So East has a chance to get off the field here early in this second half if they can make a big stop here on 3rd and short.
Big chance for East here, but wouldn't be surprised if they are able to get the stop to see Moeller go for it. Punting the ball, you might risk it going out of the back of the end zone. You have short yardage. One play at a time. East got to do it here.
Ponatoski motions across the field. Pressure coming. The pass is broken up. What a play by none other than Cole Miranda. The free safety got his hand in there. Brings up 4th down and 4. We'll see. Tyler Jocelyn subbing in. Looks like Moeller's going to go for this.
Yeah, not surprising at all. Great job from Cole Miranda getting his hand in there, knocking the ball away. Thought for sure receivers were going to come down with that, but Cole Miranda denies it.
Cole Miranda and Connor Cruz, those 2 safeties back there, they've made some big breakups in the second quarter, looking to continue that here. The crowd is getting loud on 4th down and 3. Fakes the handoff, trying to get it to the corner. McCutcheon gets away, and he has enough for the 1st down. Big play by McCutcheon. His first catch of the night goes for about 8, and a Moeller 1st down.
Man, that was a big pickup for Moeller. Drive could have stopped right there, but they pick it up. Great play call. I mean, just get to your big tight end, 6'5", has had a great year. Picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, 2 great tight ends on both sides of the field. PJ McFarland for East and McCutcheon for Moeller. Moeller here in the pistol on 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff here to Jocelyn. Jocelyn was incredibly effective in the first half, and he's breaking away here. And with that, Moeller's in the red zone already, down to the 15-yard line. Jocelyn been unstoppable on the ground.
I mean, he has. His nickname is Sunshine. Not quite sure why. Don't know the backstory behind that one, but he has been doing well for Moeller on the ground tonight, and East is going to be forced to play bend but don't break defense. Got to avoid giving up a Moeller touchdown here.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the red zone for Moeller. looking to the sideline. Looks like they'll change the play. Ponatoski's in a little bit of a rhythm here with the rest of this Moeller offense. He motions Love out to the left, fakes the handoff, wants a man in the end zone, and it's broken up there. Zion Jones-Anderson kept it in check. Looked like that was Fogler who was targeted on that one, and a rare incompletion from Matt Ponatoski. All his 50-50 balls have been pretty much caught so far.
Yeah, another great job from Zion Jones-Anderson sticking with the receiver, and it's been unfortunate. They've had great coverage for the most part, especially on these deep balls. It's just these Moeller receivers going up over the top of them and reeling these catches in. They've had some sensational catches in this one. Not there, though. East gets a big stop on first down.
2nd and 10 coming up as a result. McCutcheon in motion. Jocelyn still the back out there. Looks like they'll flip the play. Jocelyn gets the toss to the right side. The toss was really effective in the first half. It's not going to get the first down, but it will get them 6. And it's 3rd and short, well inside of Moeller field goal range.
I mean, that toss play has really been working for him. You see it there. Tyler Jocelyn just eating up yards as he's done all night. And it's really beneficial for Moeller. They use so many running backs. Tyler Jocelyn, such a great runner back there. He's been able to get rest and just get a time to take a breath and then go out there and run again. It's really what keeps this Moeller run game alive is all these running backs.
Formation, McCutcheon across. It's going to be a toss to Jocelyn, and DJ Stanley is all over it.
That is a huge stop. That's going to bring up 4th down. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go field goal here, but pretty risky on 4th down. You go for it. You risk getting 0 points on this drive, and if that is so, that is huge for Lakota East.
Yeah, I think if I'm the Moeller coach, I'm taking the field goal. Your kicker's pretty much automatic from here. You'll still go up by another possession, but they'll stay aggressive here. Maybe try to get East to jump.
You might be right, Max.
And Ponatoski, this might be a trick play, and there's the flag. It's going to be delay a game on the offense. A lot of maybe miscommunication, not sure what the idea was there. Surprised they didn't take out the field goal kicker earlier. But it will push Moeller back 5 yards regardless, and now it's 4th and long. East still waiting to see if the field goal team comes out here, and I think they will.
Yeah, and that's a really good bend but don't break defensive stop there. Stopping Moeller from scoring a touchdown, and ever since that first quarter, this East defense has really stepped it up, stopping Moeller twice in that second quarter and another big one here to avoid allowing the touchdown. Great job from this Lakota East defense.
So Jack Malabar will try the field goal. He's 3 for 3 on the year. A 34-yarder is his long. This will be from about that range, 32 yards. A little bit longer than an NFL extra point. Let's see if he can stay automatic on the year. He's perfect so far, 3 for 3. The hold is good. The kick is up. And it sails wide right. Looks like the announcer curse worked. And it's 3 for 4 now on the year for Jack Malabar, and East has successfully held Moeller to no points on their first drive of the second half.
Using the announcer curse to our advantage, and that is huge for Lakota East. That keeps it still just a 3-score ball game. And if this East offense is still working with what they were working with in that second quarter, this game could be cut down to just a 2-score lead here soon. This East defense has really stepped it up.
So JT Kitna and Ryder Hooks come out. They looked perfect in that second quarter, and they hope to continue that here. Ryder Hooks looked like he would never go down on the first hit like he did all season. That first quarter really an anomaly for the East offense. Let's see what they do here to start this second half. It's going to be a screen to Zion Neal, and great blocking. He's cutting upfield. He's got a lot of room. He breaks away. He's got one man to beat. He's being chased down. It's a foot race to the 10, and he'll be brought down just short at the 3-yard line. What a play by Zion Neal, and East couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half.
Electric from Zion Neal, getting loose. I thought he was going to be gone, but running hurry up here in the red zone. This East team is alive. They're fighting back against Moeller. What a play from Zion Neal.
East goes hurry up. They want to capitalize on the huge chunk play that their longest by far of the night. Ryder hooks in the backfield. He'll get the carry, finding a hole, and he's into the end zone. East answers back. It's 35-21, a two-possession game, and this game looks completely different than it did in the first quarter. Man, what a job by East coming out of halftime, fired up, and they have answered to Moeller, who has not scored on their last 3 drives.
Moeller looking a little bit shell-shocked right now. East is alive. East, they are fighting. This is what you wanted to see. And hope is alive to move on and beat the #1 team in Ohio. Man, you could feel it. The momentum is all on East side right now.
The kick from Fitzstevens, the hold is good. The kick is up, and it sails through. 35-21 your score now. This game looks completely different than we thought it would. After 35 unanswered points from Moeller in the first quarter, East has answered back with 21 unanswered of their own. 6:46 left in the third quarter. This game is a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah, I thought we might be dead in the water there in that first quarter. 35-0, coming all the way back. 21-35 is the score now. East is just such a special team. They haven't really been in these situations before down big, but the first time this season they've come back. Man, I said it before, but all the momentum is on East side right now. A couple of huge plays. Ryder hooks, Zion Neal, PJ McFarland getting the offense going, and this defense clutch stop in the red zone that forced the missed field goal. You're going to have to do it again, though. Job's not finished. Keep going. Keep clawing back.
And you see there Zion Neal, the leading receiver for East through the regular season. He is a big play waiting to happen. And, Beck, can you imagine if we wouldn't have the video of this game right now? Man, this is one that has been fun to watch. I thought this would be a blowout in the first quarter. It looks completely different now. As the kick from Fitzstevens, it's going to be a similar one that we saw before, fielded at about the 24. Moeller going to try to answer back in a big hole. Missed blocks and missed tackles, and it looks like Moeller will answer back with a kick return touchdown. Carson Cayo was untouched, and Moeller gets their first points of the second half.
Man, that is just unfortunate. For the first time on that kind of kick, the returner didn't call for a fair catch. Hole opened up. That's the first punt return and kick return returned on East all season. And that is just unfortunate. You were clawing back in this game, and that's just going to set you back even more. Just an unfortunate turn of events for Lakota East.
So the extra point now from Malabar. He just missed the field goal on that last drive. This one should be a gimme, though. He's 52 for 52. Sorry, 54 now for 54 in the season, and he can, oh my goodness, he doinked it. Wow. I apologize, Jack Malabar. I got to stop complimenting you out there. That is 2 missed kicks in a row now, so 41-21 the score. It's a 20-point game.
Talking about the kicker, you missed a field goal, you missed the extra point. It's definitely in your head now. Looks like he's got a case of the yips, but East's going to have to strike back again. They're just not going to get as lucky as they were with Zion Neal getting into space. They've done a great job moving the ball downfield, but got to try and make a big play happen again. But Moeller definitely going to be ready for it.
And you wonder, are you almost happier as an East defense to let them score on a kick return touchdown than a long offensive drive? And maybe, you're comparing running multiple minutes off this clock. East already running out of time. Now they have a chance to answer right back. That offense still has a lot of momentum. And special teams now has a chance to answer back with their own return. Braxton Thurman was dangerous in the first half. Got it all the way up to midfield one time, all the way past the 30 on another. Always dangerous when East is returning the kickoff. Malabar looks ready to send it away. The kick is going to sail way back through the end zone. Kitna and his offense will start at the 20-yard line. They've really gotten into a rhythm here in this second and third quarter. See if they can continue that here.
I mean, they really have, and you got to keep going. Got to keep moving the ball. You found what's been working. Rider hooks, getting it to your playmakers. I mean, you got playmakers everywhere on offense. Just getting it to those guys, letting them chew up yards, keep moving the ball down the field, keep putting pressure on this Moeller offense to put points up on the board.
So we see the single back formation from East. Rider hooks the lone back. Kitna, handoff, left side. Rider hooks, finding a hole and fights forward for about 3 yards. Not the ideal play to start a drive, but could have been a lot worse for the East offense.
Yeah, definitely could have. I mean, JT Kitna has really settled down in this game. I mean, he started with the 2 interceptions. Then he goes back and he throws 2 touchdowns. Rider hooks punching in the 3rd one for East. Just got to avoid those turnovers. That's really what killed them in that first quarter.
From the shotgun, Kitna with Rider hooks, steps back, looking, fires it to Zion Neal in the flat, gets away from the first tackle. He's got room again, and a face mask at the end of that play will give East 15 more yards. What a play by Zion Neal, who has come alive in the second half.
Yeah, I think Zion Neal might be getting his first 100-yard game since week 1. I mean, he's been such a good receiver all year, but that will be face mask putting him farther up the field. Big play for Lakota East.
Man, if you're Moeller, that's exactly what you didn't want. Another chunk play gives East offense even more momentum. Kitna in a zone a little bit now. They are all the way up to Moeller's 45-yard line, and every time East has gotten past midfield, they have scored. Shotgun formation. Trip receivers out to the left. Motion Zion Neal across the field. Steps back. Looking, he's going to air it out deep to Zion Neal, who comes back. A lot of contact. No flag.
Oh, man. That one looked like a lot of contact to me before the ball was there. Good attempt from Zion Neal to try and go up and get it, but fans not happy with that one. Personally, I'm not happy with that one either.
Yeah, I don't like to bash the officials in high school. Obviously, it's going to be hard to get the right look. You don't have instant replay, but, man, that was just a tackle out of bounds by the corner. Got to call the flag on that.
Not sure how they missed that one.
2nd and 10 as a result. Zion Neal motioned into the backfield with Kitna. Maybe we see a screen to the left, and we will. Carter Jones, it looked like it was supposed to be a double pass. Fires it to Kitna, who bobbles it. A dangerous play. Man, that one was just blown up from the start. Carter Jones stumbled a little bit, tried to make something out of nothing. Falls incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 10.
I'm not quite sure if that was a designed double pass there or if Carter Jones just thought he might be getting tackled for a loss, knew he could throw the ball downfield, but just too tough a throw for JT Kitna to make the catch.
3rd and 10. Kitna airs it out to the flat, and Chris Boyer fights for the first down. Make the corner miss. Steps out of bounds, and East is driving once again. They're at the 32-yard line. And East really has stepped up converting those 3rd and longs. It's been a lot of times where we thought maybe they'd be too backed up, but Kitna's just been able to find the guy for the first down. It's 1st and 10 now from the 34. Kitna steps back. It's going to be a screen here to Rider hooks. Makes a corner miss. Still fighting. Man, they've been attacking the right side of the field, and it's been working. They're inside the red zone. East is driving.
And now you got to start thinking if Moeller doesn't get that kickoff return touchdown, this game could be 35-21. You might be making it a 1-score game, but nonetheless, this East offense has come alive. They're not fazed by Moeller putting up even more points. They're going out there. They're executing. JT Kitna is really in a rhythm right now.
In the shotgun, East going hurry up. Handoff to Rider hooks. Hurdles a man in the middle. What a run by Rider hooks. I thought that'd be blown up, but he gets 8 yards on the carry. He stays ahead of the sticks. And Rider hooks continues to show why he's such a key piece of this East offense.
That's what Rider hooks does. Does it all year. Fights for all the yards that he can. great to see that here against this really good Moeller defense. Just East having their way right now.
2nd down and 4. Kitna fires it to the corner, and Chris Boyer can't make the grab. He had him on the corner route. It was perfectly run, just a little bit off. Chris Boyer can't get his hands on it. 3rd down and 4.
Man, ball was thrown right as he broke on that route in the double move. Had the ball in his hands, just a little bit too difficult to track. That's a tough one.
3rd down and 4. Kitna, handoff. Ryder hooks, cuts up field. That time he's met at the line, and it's 4th down and 3. I would not be surprised if they go for it here.
I think you absolutely have to go for it. This kind of game, you only got 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Got to go for it. So John Kitna does. This is a big play.
It's 4th down and 4. Kitna, and he got Moeller to jump. What a play by JT Kitna. The hard count works, and he gets a free 1st down. Moeller showing a little bit of lack of discipline. And now East has a 1st and goal.
Man, that is massive. That was a huge one. JT Kitna does it again. 1st down, Lakota East.
And it's going to be just shy of 1st and goal. 1st down and 10 from the 11. Kitna trying to get the play from the sideline. A little confusion. They come out here. Kitna and Ryder Hooks have led this drive down the field, and they want to punch it in for 6. Looking to the sideline. Play clock at 3. Gets the snap off. Fires it to the corner of the end zone. Too much on that one. Tried to get it to Chris Boyer again. Trying to take a shot on 1st down to the end zone. Doesn't work. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Just trying to get it there. Just a little bit overthrown. When you slow it down, you're still moving the ball well. Got to just try and execute here on the 2nd down. Maybe pick up some yards on a run. But honestly, I would not be shocked to see another shot towards the end zone on this one.
3:57 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 10. Handoff to Ryder Hooks. Cutting back, fighting forward, only gets about 3 yards. And it's 3rd down and 7, or 3rd down and 8 from about the 10-yard line. See what East draws up here. This is a tough part of the field to get anything.
Yeah, this is one you got to have. I mean, they've been really good at converting these 3rd downs, especially in that 2nd quarter. Got to try and do it again here. They did it once before down here in the red zone on a big 3rd down.
Kitna fakes the handoff, rolling right. Looks to Jaden Shea, and it's intercepted. P.J. McFarland wraps him up inside his own 5, but a huge interception made there. Jacob Cravens, the linebacker for Moeller, comes up huge and ends the East long drive.
That one hurts. I mean, you get right down in the red zone just trying to find Jaden Shea. Didn't see the linebacker underneath. An unfortunate play for Lakota East, and they really looked like they were starting to come back in this one. Now your defense, Moeller is backed up. Defense has to go out there and get a stop to keep hope alive.
This is a prime time for the East defense to step up and get a stop. They're backed up inside their own 5. Obviously, a really unfortunate interception means that East came away with no points. But they can't let it shake them here. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Handoff to Jocelyn up the middle, fighting forward. He is pushing the whole pile, and he gets about 6. So they're out of danger zone, and it's 2nd down and 3. And now East has a much harder job to stop them if they want to get a 3 and out.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see Moeller just keep running this ball, try to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. East defense got to be ready for it. I mean, this is just a huge drive. You got to get the stop here.
And it is getting chilly out here at Mount St. Joseph. It's been getting colder as the night goes on. Going to be harder to throw the ball here late. Handoff to Tyler Jocelyn, fighting forward. He's definitely got enough for the 1st. So Moeller moves the sticks. This offense has come alive a little bit more in the 2nd half. Haven't put up any offensive touchdowns, but they're definitely moving the ball more effectively than they did in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, they got stopped on the first drive. That was huge for Lakota East. But, like, ever since that first quarter, East defense has really controlled the game. They've stopped Moeller. Have to try and do it again here.
Stepping back. Firing to the right, and Fogler is wide open. He's got only Connor Cruz to outrun, and he does. Moeller might have just put the game out of reach with a long 80-yard touchdown pass from Matt Ponatoski to Matthew Fogler.
And man, just as it seemed like East was starting to come back, Moeller gets the interception in the red zone and throws an 80-yard touchdown pass. Credit to them. Found the guy. It was a very clean pocket for Matt Ponatoski. No one near him. Finds the guy downfield, and such a fast receiver. You're not going to catch him. And Moeller going to turn this lead up to 27 points. Now it is looking bleak for Lakota East.
The extra point is good there. 48-21 your score. And you think if only East wouldn't have started down 35, this game would be so close. But that offense was just flat in the first quarter. Moeller hasn't put up that many points since then, but it's just they had that big cushion at the beginning, and it was way too big for East to really overcome.
And 2 of their touchdowns were not because of their offense. They had a kick return touchdown, a pick 6. And if you avoid that turnover and you avoid that long kick return touchdown, I mean, this game is looking completely different. Still the third quarter. East offense got to go out there, keep making plays, keep doing what you've been doing. Just an unfortunate way to end that last drive. I mean, could have had the touchdown, but slipped right through Chris Boyer's hands, and he throw the interception just a few plays later. And it's just plays like that that can really kill your momentum and your just really kill you. I mean, you saw it there.
Yeah, this looking bleak for Lakota East. Obviously another quarter to play, but you're down 4 possessions now. You're going to need a miracle if you want to come back. That could start with a kickoff return touchdown from either Zion Neal, Braxton Thurman, Carter Jones, or Chauncey Peck. Those 4 strong returners back there. But they'll only get a chance if the kick doesn't fly out of the end zone, which Moeller has liked to do early on here. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Anything can happen, but it is looking bleak. The kick is a line drive, and it's going to go into the end zone. East will decide to start at the 20. And Kitna, after a long drive, it looked like East would put it back down to a 2-score game, got intercepted at the goal line.
Yeah, that's just really unfortunate. I mean, that was third down, too. It wasn't even like a desperation throw. Just really unfortunate for Lakota East. Thought he had Jaden Shea for the touchdown. Didn't see the linebacker. Just forget it. The score is still 0-0. Go put up more points up on the board. Keep doing what you've been doing.
It's a playoff game. You might as well try to the last whistle. Out in the single back formation where they've liked the run to the left side. Ryder Hooks gets the handoff. This time he'll cut up the middle. Ryder Hooks has found a lot of holes here in this game, and he gets a first down for East. Big, that'll stop the clock. And they're up to the 31-yard line. All hope is not lost, but I think if you don't score on this drive, you can pretty much chalk this up as an L and the end of the season for Lakota East.
Got to try to avoid that here. Got to go for the end zone. Ryder Hooks does a good job on that first down.
Kitna on the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Hooks, and he's got Jaden Say. Jaden Say all the way up to midfield. Chunk play is what East needed, and they get it there. Gain of about 20. Jaden Say was pretty quiet in this one, except for that big catch he had on the left side earlier on. Handoff to Ryder Hooks here. Ryder Hooks squirming forward, only gets about 3 there. So that time, the Moeller defense had his number. 2nd down and 7.
I mean, Ryder Hooks has had an amazing game, and even against these tough teams like Moeller, he gets it done. Really excited to see what he can do next year. Going to be a senior. Not sure who the quarterback is going to be, but excited to watch Ryder Hooks. All these receivers are returning. The only big question is who's going to be the quarterback.
2nd down and 7. Kitna back in the shotgun. He'll air it out, and a pass that is not caught by Chris Boyer on the right side. Good coverage there by Chris Bradley. like you mentioned, next year, don't know who the quarterback's going to be for East, but they still have all those pieces at the skill positions. And I got to say, being a senior up here, it's a little bit sad I won't be able to call those games. I'm excited to see where this East program goes in the future.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of their key players are returning. P.J. McFarland, Ryder Hooks, all the receivers like I mentioned. Carson Schroyer is going to be back and healthy, hopefully. Really excited to see what East can do next year in year 3 of John Kitna as head coach.
Screen pass there to Ryder Hooks. Gets him enough for the first down. East has been really good at converting these 3rd down and longs. And again, we go back. If they just wouldn't have started down 35 points, I mean, this game is a toss-up, really, if you erase that first quarter.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. I mean, this East team is playing so differently than they did in that first quarter. Just an unfortunate start. They've really turned it around.
Kitna steps back, airing it out deep. It's to Zion Neal, and it's through his hands. Zion Neal hasn't had the best luck catching those deep balls this season. He looks a little bit shaken up over there. Kitna had him, just couldn't haul it in. That's a tough catch to make over your outside shoulder. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Hope he's okay. Still laying down there on the sideline.
Ryder Hooks gets the handoff. He gets a few yards, still up. Man, Ryder Hooks continues to fight until the very last whistle. He is not letting up on this Moeller defense.
Not at all, and he's been a major bright spot for Lakota East. Zion Neal is still down on the sideline of that end zone, as that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, been an interesting game so far. I think the scoreboard a lot further apart than what the game really has been. We'll step away for just a second. We hope you'll stick with us for the 4th quarter of this round 2 playoff game. We welcome you back to this 3rd quarter. Thank you for sticking with us. It's 3rd down and short. 4th quarter, I apologize. Kitna airs it out, and he's got enough. Oh, it's going to be close.
I think they might.
They'll motion him to move the sticks. Chris Boyer makes a big catch. This game is not over. It is still a 4-possession game, obviously, but a few chunk plays, East could maybe get a chance, but they've got to score on this drive.
Yeah, East is not going to give up. This offense is still try to go down the field, score that touchdown. If they're able to do it quickly, probably going to see some onside kicks. Moeller just going to try to run the clock out. Got to score quick here.
Blitz coming from Moeller. East does a good job giving Kitna some time to pass. He'll float one up to the end zone, and it's tipped and intercepted at the goal line. A huge interception made there, and it means that Moeller will get the ball at their own 1-yard line, but they're up by 4 possessions and have a chance to run out this clock.
Man, that's unfortunate. I mean, he could have just tucked it and ran for a couple yards. He just threw it up into double coverage. Zion Neal tried to bat it down, but batted it right into the hands of the Moeller defender. That is not how you want to go out for JT Kitna. 4 interceptions in your last game, most likely, as a Thunderhawk. He'll be off to college at UAB next, but just unfortunate. This Moeller defense so good at getting interceptions. They have 13 on the year. Add 4 to that. They have 17. I mean, JT Kidna is so good all year and not throwing interceptions.
The sneak there went nowhere. Moeller trying to give themselves any room. And you see here on the screen the JT Kitna graphic coming into this game, only 4 interceptions on the whole season, and he's got 4 in this game. I mean, desperation time, you got to throw one up. But, I mean, it's not third down. I think maybe you take a safer option there. I mean, you're down 4 scores, you got to take a shot.
Yeah, but just throwing it up into double coverage like that, I'm not too sure I agree with that decision, but cannot take away from the amazing year that JT Kitna has had in his senior season.
Deep in their own end zone, Moeller, handoff here to Coach, who finds a hole, blasts forward. He's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down. Oh, he's only going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. So Moeller's got a third down and short. East has a chance to make a stop.
And this is massive. They got to get the stop here to keep up alive. I mean, the punt, depending on how good the punt is, you're going to get this ball in Moeller's territory. Got to try and do something here. I mean, Moeller, it's third down and short. Expect them to go with either a quick pass or just a short run. This is a huge moment for this East defense.
Grant Emery, their punter, averages 32 yards a punt, so this would set up East most likely in good field position. Third and short, it's going to be a handoff. And Coach looks like, yeah, he definitely got enough for the first down. So they'll move the sticks. Moeller up now to the 15-yard line. 10:03 left in this game, and hope is looking bleak for the East defense. They just got down too much too early.
Yeah, and it really had no help from their offense either. Just no first downs in that first quarter. Some interceptions thrown from JT Kidna. I mean, this East defense has played, I would say, well, especially in this second half and in that second quarter against this Moeller offense. They've done a great job of just playing bend but don't break defense, forcing some punts, which they did not do at all against Lakota West. They played good tonight, just some unfortunate happenings in that first quarter that really just kept them out of this game.
And it's always going to be tough as that run is blown up by the senior linebacker Cohen Reap, who led the GMC in tackles this season. It's always going to be tough against a team like Moeller, who gets to recruit their guys from other schools in the area against a public high school like Lakota East. And to keep up with this team like this is a feat in itself. Obviously, we talked about Moeller has that depth. They can sub guys in, give people rest. But East has some guys playing both sides of the field. If only they wouldn't have gone down 35 early on, they would have a chance here. And even this, still a pretty big statement game for how far this Lakota East football program has come from the last few years.
I mean, I did not expect to be here at the start of the season.
End around to the left side there. He's going to be wrapped up. A strong tackle there by Zion Jones-Anderson. Brings up a third down and 4.
Like I was saying, I did not expect to be here, but, I mean, John Kidna, JT Kidna, the two Kidnas amazing this year. JT Kidna having the best quarterback season in Lakota East's history. Ryder Hooks amazing on the ground. It's been a fun one to call these Lakota East games. This team has really been incredible this year. And honestly, I might say probably one of the most successful seasons in Lakota East's history. It has been awesome that we've been able to commentate these games, bring them to fans. It's just been fun.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely couldn't have asked for a better broadcast team for the season. Run to the left side there. Carry by, that is Blessing, who got about 4 yards, enough for the first down. Moeller's driving. Clock ticks below 7:45. They're just trying to run out this clock here, and this East defense is trying to make a stop here late in desperation time. First and 10 from the Moeller 28. Pistol formation back there with Ponatoski is where motions Jocelyn outright. Going to try the triple option. It's a handoff there. And the RPO goes for about 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Moeller really staying ahead of the sticks on this drive. This East defense just looks a little tired out there.
Yeah, and they've had to play all game. This Moeller offense has been running the ball. They've been having big plays against them, tiring them out. I mean, they've done a great job in this game, just a little bit too tired to keep up with these 4 running backs that Moeller can put back there. Seems like a little bit of confusion, not so much, but just when you're playing against 4 running backs that could start on many of the teams in the GMC, it's just tough to keep up. You got the same guys playing the whole game. They've done a great job. I believe
there might be some confusion here. It looks like Moeller will take their first timeout of the half. We'll step away for just a second. We hope you'll stick with us. 6:30 left in this fourth quarter. We welcome you back to the fourth quarter. 6:27 left on the clock. Moeller just trying to drive this game out. It's getting cold here at Mount St. Joseph late in this one. This is an end-around play. Strong stiff arm there, but Cohen Reap was still able to make the tackle. Strong run by Jovan Love. Moves the sticks for Moeller. And they're marching up to about midfield at the 48-yard line.
that is something you don't see often. I mean, Cohen Reap getting stiff-armed. They're going hurry up.
Here's Love on the left side. He's got room, and he's dragged out of bounds by Parker Elam. I
mean, I don't really understand the call. I mean, you go pass. I mean, it's a safe pass. You definitely are going to make it, but to go hurry up when you're trying to run the clock out and you get your receiver to go out of bounds, not quite sure what Moeller is trying to do here. I mean, I guess you're thinking you're not going to run this entire clock out on this drive. I mean, you could get a huge chunk of it down. I think they're trying to go for that 50 points put up.
East kept this game a lot closer than I feel like it looks on the scoreboard. Just started off too far down. This is a handoff to Ware, and that time East had his number in the backfield. Carter Jones and Parker Elam combined for the stop there. He's at 2nd and 11. And Moeller looks like.
Did they take a timeout? I mean, I'm having to go off the clock on the Jumbotron in this one, and didn't go out of bounds there, though. I'm not quite sure why this clock is stopped. They kept him in bounds. Did someone take a timeout? Didn't see it get signaled.
Not sure what the confusion is here. Some guy's taking a knee. Maybe trying to get the lights on brighter? I'm not positive.
Quite sure. Nothing's being signaled. I mean, there's a referee standing in the middle of the field with his hands behind his back.
I mean, who knows? We've seen this a couple times. Maybe Spectrum taking one of their TV timeouts. We don't have those. I want to remind you, we are the only free-to-watch video stream on YouTube. Might not be fully allowed, but we made the exception for this game. Obviously, we don't want to fall for the corporate greed that Spectrum and OHSAA has put on streaming rights in the playoffs. It is now 2nd down and 10 after the confusion. Moeller comes out in that pistol formation. Jocelyn and McCutcheon in the backfield. Handoff to Jocelyn, and he is wrapped up in the backfield there. Aiden Gideon makes a huge stop, and it brings up 3rd and long. East offense might just have another shot to come on the field.
Man, he was stuffed on that one. What a play. Defense, got to get the stop here. Avoid allowing Moeller putting up 50 points on you. that's a win in itself, in my opinion. I mean, this Moeller offense so good, holding them to only 48 points. And I remind you, 2 of their touchdowns did not come from the offense. This East defense done a really good job stopping them quickly, bending but don't breaking, and it's just been fun to watch. It's just, we keep saying it, but it's so unfortunate this game started 35-0.
Yeah, it really would be a completely different ball game. Fake end around here. Ponatoski stepping way back. Finds McCutcheon in the flat. McCutcheon's got a lot of green ahead of him. No one's going to catch him. Moeller will get there. 50 points, going up 54-21. Big play by McCutcheon. Wasn't too involved early on, but there he shows just what he can do at the tight end position.
Man, just got lost in coverage. Had good pressure on the quarterback. I mean, you got all these guys. I mean, these Moeller receivers, so tall but so fast. They look like DK Metcalf out there as they just sprint down the field. It's just hard to keep up these private school teams. It's unfortunate.
The extra point from Malabar will be good. Your score, 55-21. This game started off 35-0. So you kind of expected Moeller to get to that 50-point mark. East, unfortunately, not able to keep up with that production. And we'll see the East offense for what might be a final time this season. I want to remind you, though, this is not the end of Lakota East broadcasting for the year. We are hoping to bring you at least 90% of the winter basketball games, the ones we can at home, obviously, and some of the ones away, depending on the situation. We will also, in the spring, bring you baseball, softball, and lacrosse. So a lot to look forward to in the Lakota East broadcasting side of things. This might be the last football game we'll stream this year, but it's definitely not the last sports game we'll stream, and we hope you join us for basketball. Those games are always electric. Obviously, that East basketball team went on a deep run last year, beating St. X and ultimately falling just shy of the semifinal to Hamilton. Be interesting to see how they do. And that girls team also won their first playoff game, coming up just a little bit short in their second one. So a lot to look forward to for the Lakota East sports season. This a high kickoff fielded at about the 20-yard line, and Chauncey Peck was blown up there by Jovan Love. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We'll see JT Kitna come out there one last time, and we'll see what the East offense draws up here late in this game.
Well, now it's garbage time. You try to pad your stats a little bit. JT Kitna on paper hasn't had the most efficient day, but if he just avoids those 2 interceptions in the first quarter, could be entirely different. PJ McFarland's had a good game. Not quite sure clock is running, but it is. But going from football to basketball, you go from one superstar to the next. JT Kitna to Trey Perry. Going to be fun to watch him do his thing in basketball.
Yeah, and a lot of new faces in the basketball side of things, as only 2 returning varsity players that have experience are back out there. One of those, PJ McFarland, the star tight end for East. We'll see him step up as the big man for that East starting 5. And on that East girls team, losing Emma Full and a couple of other strong starters, Selena Blunt gone as well. So we'll see how they adjust to that. Coach Atkins and Coach Wallace, though, definitely 2 guys. If there was anyone to coach up some new players, it's them, as Ryder Hooks continues to be effective on the ground, getting about 6 there, moving the sticks for East. 2:58 left. And I think another big talking point, Kitna obviously committed to UAB. His brother there just this week, Jalen Kitna, got his first start, and he kind of went off there.
I mean, he did. 400 yards, 6 touchdowns, no picks, and a win against Liberty, I believe. Jalen Kitna had a day.
Handoff to the left here. Ryder Hooks cutting up field. Gets about 6 again. His average has been good tonight, as it has been the whole year. Last week had 282 yards against that West Claremont defense. Really no joke. I mean, Ryder Hooks next year will be electric to watch in that East backfield. And the only thing we're waiting to see, who will take over as the signal caller.
Well, a lot of it comes down to the O-line. I mean, all year, these guys, Mary McDonald, Sam Williams, Caleb Moore, Tyler Meadows, Jackson Billingsley, they just done an amazing job, every single one of them, week in, week out, creating holes for Ryder Hooks. And, A little bit overthrown there to Chris Boyer.
Yeah, I know Hartzard sometimes mention the O-linemen. They aren't lining up the stat sheet, but man, are they important, and they have brought East to this point, the second round of the playoffs, like you said. Credit to all those guys. Tyler Meadows committed to Kent State just this past week, so he'll continue on to the next level. And some other guys on that East O-line looking at some offers as well. 3rd down and 5. Kitna in the shotgun. 1:32 left on the clock. We'll see maybe if they take a shot here late, here in garbage time. Kitna takes the snap, hands it off to the left side. Ryder Hook's got a big hole, still fighting forward. He's past the 30 to the 40, and finally out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Life still from Ryder Hooks here late, and we mentioned a lot, gets better as the game goes on.
I mean, he really does, and with running clock, you got to hurry up here. Only have a minute left to try and get one more touchdown. I am excited to watch Ryder Hooks next year. Going to be a completely different look on the O-line. They've been really spectacular, but excited to see what Ryder Hooks can do in his senior year.
Kitna airs it out, and that time Zion Neal comes down with it. He wanted it a couple times earlier, had the 80-yard touchdown catch earlier in the game as well, and he continues to pad that stat sheet. In just his junior year, that his second 100-yard game of the season. He is electric when he gets the ball in his hands. And East puts up points late. They'll bring out the PAT team, and this should be the final snap of this game. Fitzstevens has been perfect on the season for extra points. Only a freshman. Man, has he stepped up. And his final kick of the season will be good. So he ends his season off perfect on extra points and field goals. 55-28. I believe that will be your final score.
Probably he'll just not even have to run.
The clock is running. See if the refs make them still kick it off. No, they won't. So your final score, 55-28. We thank you so much for watching and for a great Lakota East football season. I'm Max Earl. With me is Beck Lucas. Man, I couldn't ask for a better crew for this game. Ryan Humphreys and Reed McClellan also making this stream possible. We're happy to bring you video, even though we really weren't supposed to. A Spectrum was supposed to shut that down. We did it anyway. Here at Lakota East Broadcasting, we value our student opportunities over the money that those big corporations spend. Want to give a huge shout out to all of our Lakota East athletic boosters for making this possible, as well as the entire Lakota East Broadcast Club. Remember, this is not the end of our season. We're bringing you all of the winter basketball games that we can live, as well as the spring sports that we have the ability to stream. From Max Earl and Beck Lucas, we thank you so much for watching, and keep your eyes out for the next streams when that basketball season starts on the 29th of November. Good night.